This is Project Cornerstone's new book called Talk and Work It Out. And in your Wednesday homework folder is a note to the parents and a review of the steps we can take when we have a problem with another person. And these are 4 steps. But actually, the book talks about 5 steps. The first is, if you have a problem, you take a deep breath first. And then you talk about it. You talk about it, and you listen, right? And then you think about some ideas, what you can do, and then you choose it. Those are the steps. It seems to work. Because, you know, in the story that we had, this story, the boy in the green shirt, he had a problem. That problem was there was 1 ball left at recess, and the little girl took it. And that kind of thing happens all the time at work. At your mommy and daddy's work. This happens all the time, right? We have to figure it out. We have to talk about it. We have to listen. We have to talk. We have to think about solutions. And usually everything comes out just fine. And that's what this story is about. And the highlights are on this poster. And this poster is going to be in the classroom all month. Talk and work it out. Talk it out. Work it out. Same as at home. So this boy, here he is. There's 1 ball left. She grabs it. What does he do? Does he hit her? No. Does he yell at her? Call her names? Punch her? No. No, but he's surprised and he's shocked and he's sad and he's disappointed. He wanted to play ball, right? He had this plan to play ball and she took the ball. So he takes this deep breath and he's going to think about it. He's going to think about it. He's going to get calm. And when he gets a chance, a little bit later, he's going to talk to her. So a little bit later, they're in the, I don't know, this is free time or right before story time or something. And he's going to talk to her. And she's going to listen. Hey, sweetie pie, go back to bed. Go back to bed, I'll be right there. And she's going to listen, and they're going to think about a solution, right? They're going to talk and listen. Think about some ideas. And what ideas do you have? And then choose one. And most of the time, works out just fine. Works out just fine. And the book goes into a little bit more detail. So that was part 1. This is part 2. You can come back for part 2 when you want a story. And I'll read the story to you. Because it's going to help you at home too. Or with a play date. Or if you have a brother or sister. Like Eliza has a little brother. She has to learn about how to talk and work it out. And he does too, because he's only 3 years old, right? So, here we are at Lexington. This is like your classroom. Look at all the wonderful centers you have. And every day you have something different too. You have Spanish or music or art or library. Fantastic. And Miss Thompson and Miss Lauren. All the moms and dads who come in to help you. You're learning to get along with so many people. It's great. But sometimes, here's home, right? Here's Dad reading a newspaper and the 2 brothers. Sometimes you don't get along, right? Because what happens? Sometimes you want to do something different. Here, the bigger boy, he wants to play Candyland. The little brother wants to play checkers. Uh-oh. What's going to happen? Same thing can happen at school. Here's the 1 ball. 1 ball left. She grabs it. Recess is already happening. Okay. Well, he can stop. He can stop and take a deep breath, right? He can calm himself, and he can take time, a little bit of time to think about what to do. Get calm, think about what to do. So he may want to talk about the problem, and he can look at the person, and he can speak up, and he can tell about how he feels, right? He's going to say about how he feels. He can talk about the problem. She can listen to understand. Together they can think of ways to solve it, and they can choose the best plan, right? He can even say back what he hears, and that shows that he understands and cares. And that's what all the kids are learning about this month at Lexington. Is called empathy. It's when you try to understand the other person and care. And so as we talk about the problem, we can be polite, we can be friendly too. And it feels good to be heard and to understand things better. It feels good. And he can use his imagination to think about the different ways to solve the problem. He's got lots of ideas. He can even ask the other person for their ideas. That's a good idea. He can say, what do you think? And if he still needs help, you know what? He can ask a grown-up. He can ask Daddy, or Mom, or a teacher, or another grown-up, someone from school. He can ask them. And he can think about it. He can think, what would make us both happy? Right? He can choose a plan that's good for both of them, for the long term. Maybe tomorrow, but maybe for all week and next week too. I mean, sometimes it's hard to find an answer that everybody likes, but you can still show respect, right? So he realizes how much his brother wants to play Candyland. So what is he going to do? Yeah, why not? He's going to play it this time. Okay, next time, we can play checkers next time. He knows there's going to be a next time. So getting along can be more important than getting everything you want right away. For sure, getting along can be more important than getting what you want right away. So if you care about someone else's ideas and feelings as much as your own, that's called empathy. And then you can usually find a way to work things out. Almost always. And that's what we're learning right now. I think that's great. So, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you again soon. Okay, bye. Here we go. You go like this side. Are you going to sing it? Okay, let's try. Let's sing.
You have to wait for Zachary.
We will work it out.